You are tuning in to the Soul Reflection Show, where we are going beyond surface level conversations and explore what it means to live a life of depth, authenticity, and unshakable purpose. Welcome. I am Niobe Weaver, sound healer, Reiki master, and light language channel. Together, we will examine life's greatest challenges in uncovering your inner strengths to embrace the melody that only you bring to the world. If you are ready to feel truly seen and understood, stay tuned as I blend soulful storytelling with practical and actionable insights that speak both to your mind and your soul. This isn't just about tuning in, it's about tuning into your life. Soul Reflection Show starts now. Hello, greetings and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Soul Reflection Show. And we could have some unknown and unexpected sound off to the side of us outside. There are some gardeners apparently in the area. So hopefully we're just going to put a nice sound filter around that to where it just stays out there, and also that it leaves rather quickly. So hopefully it's not going to be a bother. So last show, it was Darkness Will Not Win. And then today it was about how to finding ways to work through the darkness that we are all dealing with. And then, so today it's Sound Healing Move, how to rise above and rise into your peace. That it can be done literally within a thought, within a moment's thought. So how do we go there? How do we do this? And what about sound? What about healing? What about movement? So if you've been with me before, you understand and have heard me talk about the power of sound to heal, shift, and change your energy. It can change the energy of the environment that you're in, because everything is sound. You are sound, I'm sound. The heartbeat that we have, the way the sound of our blood that is pulsing through our veins and through our system, then energetically from our different chakras and their whole vibration, we have our own sound that is just sounding out into the universe at all times, all times. Heart goes love dub, love dub, love dub. And then what about you, and what about your vibration? Have you had, I know you've had a moment, we all have had a moment where we have walked in somewhere, or we're sitting somewhere and we have somebody that comes in and they're just this light and they just shine, and their presence takes up the whole room. Well, in that light, there's also a vibration. That vibration sound comes to us and it hits us and it goes, oh, wow. We've also had a vibration and a sound come into a room that turns it and dials it all down. Maybe they're coming in with anger. Maybe they're just coming in with an attitude, or one that is on just a negative vibration that comes in, and it brings the whole energy of the space down. The whole room comes down. And also what happens to us? We pull it in, we contract versus being expanded. And like, yes, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be with these people. I'm happy to be in this space. I'm happy to be outside. We can be contracted also. Weather will contract us as well. Weather really can affect us in a great deal of way. That vibration of a cold front coming in and shifting and changing something. And you can feel the energy of a thunderstorm coming in. If you're in the part of the country where you experience thunderstorms and or tornadoes. I grew up in tornado country, grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you could feel that barometric pressure drop. You could feel something coming into, something coming in the air. And then, we would start to see it. We could, you could smell it sometimes. And then sometimes, the sky would turn green. Yeah, that was always fun. So back to the thing about everything is vibration. Everything is our consciousness to be able to tap into and connect with. And coming into this awareness is a beginning practice that is there for us, that can be there for our lifetime. Coming into that unison of vibration, that we are a part of it, that we are it. They're a part of it, but we are that vibration. They're in that oneness. And then our consciousness creates separation. So there's this sounding. So what about healing? Sound, heal, and move, rising up, healing. So many ways, so many, oh my goodness, so many forms of being able to address healing. What is healing to you? We cut our finger, we have a cut, we have stitches, we have something, and we notice, and we can see the absolute wonder of how our skin, of how we easily heal. A cut will heal on our hand. If we have surgery, we can also feel from wherever it is inside our body to the outside of our body, experiencing and witnessing the healing power of those cells coming together in the tissue from deep down in the muscle tissue, the covering of the if you're having an abdominal surgery, the abdominal covering, but then you're coming into the muscle tissue and then into the skin, and this wonder of how a vibration of how those cells know to come together. They know how to knit across. And so they'll create a scar. They'll come together. And sometimes, you can't even see where there was a cut, there was a scar, or anything at all. That is another sign of your vibration and healing in there. So there's physical, there is the healing from viral and bacterial that has its own vibration. And viral as in a cold, or it was like COVID, which was viral, as well as it's another type, any kind of a viral virus that comes into your body, and your immune system just stands up and says, yes, that's a vibration too. That is a vibration of healing happening within you. Isn't that an interesting way to look at it? Have you thought about looking at it, that when you're having, your body is in a state of healing, it's in a vibrational state as well. And if we could hear it on a sound wave, it would have this a sound wave that is just undeterminable. You can't be able to hear it, but it's in that vibration. And your body knows. So we have our immune system and our healing system within, and it just knows how to bring it together. What about consciously stepping into that? So there's so many forms of being able to do body-mind connection, of coming in with our bodies, coming into that awareness that we have. This is a sacred connection of being in this body, this spirit and soul, that we are here in this container, in this own human type of church. This is our spiritual home for while we are in body. Relationship, again, relationship and vibration of the two of those together. This symbiotic, this back and forth of our spirit going through this experience of being in body. And the spirit is also a part of that healing. The consciousness, the emotional, spiritual consciousness of what is happening in this relationship of being in my body. and what its own vibration, its own sounding music that it's making. So there was Monsieur Emoto was the music in, it's about the sound and the music in water crystals, and how he would take thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of recordings of sound and would place it in water, and place it in water. How do you do that? The way he placed it in water was he would play it. He would play the recording, and the water makes crystals. The water responds in its way. It was a certain way that he discovered how to do this. Well, if it's doing that around water, it's doing that with you and I. It's doing that with our bodies. So we're sounding into healing consciousness. Have you ever found that if you like to sing, or do you like to hum? Do you have somebody that you know that likes to whistle? That is very soothing. That is a way of bringing out consciousness, a healing oneness to what we have. And let's see here, where am I at here? So, all right, 2 minutes before we go to break. Sound, heal. And then we're going to talk about moving here in just, I think I've got a couple of minutes still here with you in regards to, all right. So where is this vibration within you right here and now as we're speaking today, as we're talking right now? We're going to go to break here in a minute. I want you to think about this. Where are you as you're watching this, as you're hearing my voice, as you're experiencing this? What is happening with you physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Is what's being said, bringing up ideas? Is it sparking creativity? Is it sparking creativity for you? So that's what I want you to think about as we are going to go into this break of, well, wait a minute here. What is this consciousness? What am I deeply feeling, sensing, knowing, experiencing? You can put your hands like this, and then you can actually hear, you can feel, and you can hear the blood flowing through up through your head. So give that a try. And I think we're just about there to go to a break. Emily's going to take us out for a break, and then we will be back. All right. So thank you so much for being here, and we will see you shortly. Welcome back. Before the break, I was asking you to get a sense of vibration within you and around you. I see, you can kind of close your ears, put your fingers over your ears, and then you can come into that, you can feel your heart beating, you can hear it. So now we're into this place of move. We've done sound, we've done healing, and movement of our bodies. And so we're always told about, we know that exercise is strengthening, moving, gets and keeps our body healthy. It helps us age. It helps us as we not only age, and it keeps us strong, but that body-mind connection, moving in that sense of our body, really can also help us get into more of a oneness of who we are. It can get us into this, when I say oneness, this body that will eventually, it will go into dust, but the spirit remains alive. Our spirit will continue. So when we're here in body, what is it when we move? What kind of movement do you like to do? Do you exercise? Do you like to dance? Do you like to run? Do you like to jog? Do you do walking? What are the forms of movement for you that brings you into that awareness? That brings you into, it's like it brings you into your body, because it's really easy stress. And especially, like I said, what I was saying my last show about, we're dealing with a lot of incredible heaviness, darkness, and coming into this one, we are dealing with things on an emotional, physical, and spiritual level that we did not ever think we would be confronted with. It has an effect on our body. It has an effect on our mind. That body-mind connection is very important. So how do you keep yourself in a healthy balance at this period of time that can help you rise above, rise into a state of grace, rise into a state of simply witnessing? So like I said, body movement is so important. I really enjoy Nia dance movement. I love to dance, ecstatic dance. I really enjoy that. And but do you jog? Do you like to walk? What other movements do you like to do? Movement of the body is important, not just for health, but as I'm saying, that body-mind connection that can really help bring our minds and our bodies in that oneness that can help our minds settle down, that can bring us some peace. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of checking my time here. That helps us, like I was saying, rise above. It's so stressful right now. There's so much angst, and we have to acknowledge it. We are living in this time period. We're living through this, and there's different ways that we're called to be a part of it, to respond to it, to state what we're feeling, to state and raise our voice. That vibration, that sounding, that intensity, that's been changing our lives, that's been changing our world that we live in, changing our country, that vibration. And so today, like I was saying, a vibration that can take that and bring it down into a place of a oneness. Take it into a place that is rising above, rising into some peace. How do you do that, Niobe? Because it's something I found myself I'm needing to do. And what I've done is I close my eyes, I take a deep breath, blow it out through my mouth. And it's almost like I'm watching myself thinking. I feel where my mind is in my body. My breath takes me to my thoughts. I consciously breathe in to my thoughts. And then I consciously rise above. I consciously rise into a state of witnessing, releasing, and trusting. Witnessing, releasing, and trusting that what can I do? And if I've done all I can do, the place that I can go to where I can actually do the best, excuse me, is to go to the spiritual level. Rise into my spiritual space. Come into the oneness. Call in higher good. Call in Father, Mother, Spirit, God. Call in oneness. Step into that oneness and ask and believe and say, This is my place to rest. It's where there's a prayerful place. That this is where I can rest. And releasing what the body mind is clinging onto, of what can we do in the moment, every day, but what can we do for ourselves to rise and go through this time, to rise into peace. And when we're in that peace state, that is where our consciousness, that connection brings us answers. You will feel your body shift. It's with your breath. It could be with your breath and just humming. It can be silent sound as well. Because you know what it's like. You can hear a song that's going through your head. Have this intention of a soothing sounding. Have a song come into your head. And then just allow that sound, that song, just wrap around you and feel your body lighten up. Hand it over. Turn it over to a higher consciousness. Turn it over to a higher purpose. Father, Mother, Spirit, God, turning it over and coming back into the peacefulness. This is your spiritual workout. This is your spiritual safety net. Sound, heal, and move into this silent oneness. You can hum, you can whistle, but before you get there, you can even scream. You can just, when you're in movement, yeah. Years ago, my son was in a punk rock band as a drummer, and I was witnessing all these young people that were, really into the song and what was going on. And I was just like watching them dancing in the circle, and they were just like, they were channeling the anger of the world. They were channeling their anger in their youth. And they were channeling their anger in their youth. Okay, something's coming up. All right, we can see your recording on. Okay, everyone, there we are. That's what I'm asking you to tap in now. You can have that intensity of your voice and outrage and whatever is coming up, and then it can also bring you, it can consciously clear your body when you say my voice. It's like your intention of your voice clearing your body. You come into letting go and you rise up and into that space, that quietness, that there is safety is there. There is wisdom there. There is communication. There is understanding. There's a way that you can consciously, psychically see in a way about something that you had not thought of at all before. Wisdom can come to you. Spirit wisdom can come to you. It's right there for you. It's right there for all of us. And in that spirit wisdom, it is about one, how do you take care of you first? Then how do you take care of family? If you can, if they will allow it. Then how do you take care of friends? If you can, if they will allow it, and if you are able to, and then community. Body, or individual, family, extended family, friends, community. But first, this has to come from right here first. So your sounds, what's sounding inside of you? Are you amped up and tight and you're and it's like, are you just talking about blah, 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 blah. And are you worn out? What is sounding? What's talking? How is this conversation? What is this vibrational thing that we call sound conversation, and also just making noise, making sounds? How is that happening? And then into that healing space, allowing yourself to let go of the intensity of everything that's going on, handing it over to Father, Mother, Spirit, God, putting it in a vessel, picturing it going into a ceramic vessel in your mind, but placing it, letting it go, handing it over to where then you can come into some peace, and in that movement, bringing it into that place of peace, rising above. That is the way that we can get through day to day. It's always been there. It's always been something that we need day to day. But right now, especially, is these tools, I hope, can bring you peace and rising up into that. So it's time for me to go. Thank you so much for being here. If I could help you, I would love to be able to help you with a soul reflection reading and or energy work. And so just reach out to me, Niobe at niobeweaver.com. You can go into my website, and you can just schedule a 30-minute session there. So Niobe at niobeweaver.com. Thank you so much for being here. You are the melody of the universe, and it's important that you're here every day on this planet. Thank you so much. Take care. Blessings. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Niobe Weaver, and you have been listening to Soul Reflections. Tune in with me every second and fourth Tuesday at 1:30 Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio for more practical and actionable insights, blending the timeless principles of spirituality with the pressing needs of the modern world. Remember, you are the melody of the universe. Your presence is powerful, and your journey is essential. Take that truth in, own it, and let's continue together to embark on a space of clarity, resilience, and purpose. For more information on how I can help you heal and change your life, connect with me on my website, niobeweaver.com.